Harmony Stem PBL, Raster, Bitmaps versus Vectors. A pixel is the fundamental unit of an image in Photoshop. It is a small square block of color. An image often consists of many pixels arranged in rows and columns. Vector image is a mathematical defined line or curve. Vectors are used to define objects typified by line art. It can be arbitrarily scaled without losing detail. Illustrator images are examples of vector images. Vector-based image: drawings, animations, points, lines, fills, shapes, instructions to computer. Quality remains same as image, size changes. Illustrator, Word, Draw, Corel Draw. Advantages of vector images: vector graphics are resolution independent, which means they can be output to the highest quality at any scale. Vector graphic images normally have much smaller file sizes than raster-based bitmaps. Changing or transforming the characteristics of a vector object does not affect the object. Advantages of vector images: vector images are not limited to rectangular shapes like bitmaps. An image can be enlarged or reduced without affecting the quality of the image. There is no background unless it is placed behind the image as a layer. Disadvantages of vector images: the main disadvantage is they are not photorealistic. Vector images are usually filled with solid or gradient colors but lack in depth and appearance and the values and colors of a true continuous tone image. A grid into which the pixels are arranged. Images made up of pixels are referred to as raster images. Raster images cannot be enlarged without the pixels becoming visible. Advantages of bitmap images: bitmap images are easily converted to different formats. Bitmap images are easier to import into different software applications. Bitmap images produce a variety of continuous tone images. Bitmap images are better suited for most high-quality renderings and web page graphics. Disadvantages of bitmap images: bitmap images produce larger file sizes. Bitmap images have restrictions in regards to alterations and modifications such as scale, image distortion, and format conversions. There is a common appearance of blocked or jagged edges and blurriness in the image, which must be compensated for with sharpness filters. Raster bitmap versus vector. Vector can be scaled. Raster loses quality if scaled. Raster versus vector. Pixel versus vector graphics. Raster images, as they grow and shrink, they become bad to see. Vector images, as they grow and shrink, they're still good quality. Raster images, as they speed up, fast to create, very hard to edit. Vector images, as they speed up, slow to create, much faster to edit. Raster images applications: you can use Paint and Photoshop. Vector applications, you can use PowerPoint and Illustrator. Scaling vector drawings: the original is clear to see, and as it shrinks, it is still able to see clearly. And as you zoom in, you still are able to see it clearly. Scaling bitmap drawings: the original is kind of blurry, and as you shrink it, you can hardly see the image. And as it grows, you can see that it's pixelated. Making bitmaps bigger. At 100%, at 200%, and at 500%. As you can see, the image becomes hard to see as you zoom in. Vector image. 100%, 200%, 500%. As you zoom in, the image remains the same. Bitmap versus vector. Bitmap, you can use photographs, dots, pixels, and Photoshop. Vector, drawings, points, lines, fill, and Illustrator. Name a vector-based program. You are able to use Adobe, Illustrator, CorelDRAW, and freehand. Name a raster-based program. You are able to use Adobe Photoshop, Paint, and Adobe Elements.